board. It's another time with Futo Ayo, the enthusiastic Futo, and in today's tutorial, it happens to be the very first revision of its kind. We are having on the course ENT407. All right, we are a little bit behind schedule. It's been a while now. We've had classes, so setting up the studio took some effort. So let's just we apologize for starting a little bit late, but nevertheless, we're going to cover everything we need to cover. This exam is holding tomorrow, and we are not leaving anything behind. We're going to try as much as possible to cover everything we need to cover. Although, as at the time of doing this revision class, the keynote of this course is not ready. Alright, but after the revision class, I can assure you I'll put in the effort to get the keynotes ready so we can have the keynote of the course tonight, so that those of us writing the exam tomorrow we can use it to study for the exam. I welcome you all aboard. If you are new to this stream, you want to ensure to subscribe to the channel. It's very important. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you want to smash the subscribe button right away, and also give us a thumbs up, smash the like button as well. When you subscribe to the channel, ensure to turn on the notification bell, which allows you to get notified. YouTube automatically notify you whenever we do have classes. Alright, and most importantly, like I usually say, it is always good to join the private class early. A lot of classes were unable to be touched because of people in that department join the private class late. By starting early, even before the semester kicks off, buy us enough time to attend to courses one after the other. But nevertheless, for those classes we are able to touch, the keynote will be made available so that students can cover up what we have not been able to discuss in the class, coupled with the fact that we are taking revision classes to set up students for their exams tomorrow. With this being said, let's hop straight into today's class. So you want to do a lot of listening and also responding to questions, unlike the CBT, whereby questions are written on the board and students are expected to provide answers. It's not going to be that way, because pen on paper is way different. I believe you know that already. This is 400 level course. You know that already. We can't begin to do fill in the blank here when we are doing POP tomorrow. No. So it's going to be a lot of more like touching on things, giving a direct definition. And like I usually say, to pass POP exam is very simple. What you need to do is just to get the concept behind every definition. Every definition has its own uniqueness, all right? And there's always a keyword to develop. So when you get the keyword behind every definition, behind every analysis, behind every concept, then for you to develop it will be easy. Questions will not be asked directly. Questions will not be put in a way that you can easily guess the answers or just provide answers. Questions will be twisted, all right? Questions, simple questions, will be twisted to make them seemingly look challenging. But with the help of the keynotes and with the help of the classes and the revision classes you are attending now, I am pretty sure putting all this experience and putting all this knowledge together, you will be able to provide an answer. And trust me, there's no wrong answer when it comes to POP. Just to ensure you are in line, and definitely the grading will reward you. So with this being said, let's hop straight into this class. And you want to use the comment section wherever you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. And also use the comment section to provide, all right, answers to certain, all right, because definitely I'll be putting out some terminologies out there, and I expect you to give me some definitions, all right? So no matter when you're watching this video, when you're watching this stream, ensure to try as much as provide answers to questions that I'll be asking. With this being said, let's hop straight into it. Okay, I'm just going to adjust my microphone and switch on my light. And the light here, I think please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me, all right? Very, very important. Do also notify me if you can hear me in the comment section. All right, wonderful. I can see the comment section is buzzing already. Please do well to let me know in the comment section if you can hear me clearly. Okay, I think the audio is okay. So let's get straight into things. Now, I want us to talk about, right, from the very first thing we have here, Okay, I want us to talk about what it means by entrepreneurial. Okay, from the very first one we have here, I want to talk about what it means by entrepreneurial. Okay, I presume the word entrepreneur is not new to us. So in your own definition, all right, I want you to give me what you understand. I want you to tell me what you understand, all right, by the word entrepreneur. Now, trust me, in the class, I think I should include this here. Trust me, in your exam tomorrow, I am not expecting questions like define entrepreneur. All right, that is very straightforward and cheap, and I believe you already know how these things works as well. So you're not getting questions like what is entrepreneur. All right, so it could be twisted. It could be said that. Now you can come across questions like something like this. The word entrepreneur originates from the French word all right, entrepreneur, okay, explain. Now you can come across something like this. Now when I say you are not just going to come, I'm not saying it's not possible, that it's impossible for you to come across questions like define entrepreneur. What I'm trying to say here is that based on experience, all right, based on statistics, questions are not being set in format like that. Now, from the looks of define entrepreneur, and from this one, all right, from this question 1 and from question 2, these two questions are talking about the same thing. All right, these two questions are talking about the same thing. Look at, but the way at which these questions are being asked is what differentiates these two questions. Okay, now it says the word entrepreneur originates from the French word entreprendre, explain. All right, the second question says define entrepreneur. Now you can agree with me that this is a little bit challenging for those who do not understand the concept behind this question. Yeah, it will look seemingly challenging. You'll be like, what are they talking about? French word. Should I talk about the French word? Should I discuss the origin of the French word? Or what exactly are they requesting? But if it was question like number 2, define entrepreneur, that is straightforward. That is a straightforward and precise question. Now I'm just whetting your appetite. I need you to understand the way questions will be presented. Okay, so irrespective of whether it is in the format of question 1 or in the format of question 2, the most important thing is you must be able to articulate in the sense that try to figure out what the question requires of you. It will be very, very unfortunate for you to have provided the answer of a correct question to a wrong, for you to have provided a correct answer to a wrong question. Now when I say correct answer to a wrong question, now this is simply telling us about entrepreneur, all right, what it means by entrepreneur. So now you understand, you know what it means by entrepreneur, but because of the way the question is being structured, you are confused. Then you now begin to talk about, all right, the origin, all right, of the word itself, not about what the entrepreneur itself means. You'll be happy that you have written something, but unfortunately you've provided the correct answer to the wrong question. So First of all, you need to articulate what the examiner, okay? First thing first, articulate what the must understand, okay? Do not read into question. First, understand what the question is asking you to do. So now, with questions like this, you can tell that what the examiner wants you to do is to provide, all right, the definition, the meaning of entrepreneurship. Okay, so now, I believe I've been able to communicate with you how to attempt any question in the exam. And trust me, when it comes to POP, in as much as you are speaking in line, all right, in as much as you are not talking out of context, believe me, out of 5, if this question attracts 5 marks, at least out of 5, you will still get 3 or 2.5. And if you can gather 2.5 and 3 out of 5 marks, I mean, actively with your TMA, it will go a long way. So with that being said, let's now go into the main nitty-gritty of the class. So in the comment section, who can provide us answer to this question? All right, what, you know that there's a difference between entrepreneurship, okay? You know there's a difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. Okay, just like we have the difference between manager and management, but we're not even going into that. So the question is, what do you understand by entrepreneur? That's the question. So who is providing us an answer to that very quickly? Okay, so we have it. When we talk about entrepreneur, who is an entrepreneur? Okay, so he's providing us an answer to that. Who is an entrepreneur? Okay, I'm getting some nice responses. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I'm getting some beautiful responses. Oh, wonderful. Lovely, lovely. Okay, yes. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I love this definition. Please, let's keep our responses coming. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let's keep the answers coming. Okay, I'm getting some nice responses. Please, let's all respond. Let's just say something. It does not have to be much. Oh, wonderful. Yes. We have all spoken well. The responses are nice. They are okay. Now, without further ado, like I usually say, when it comes to POP, your opinion is 100% welcome. If you can quote, all right, someone, if you can quote a scholar or someone who has said something about the said terminology, fine. But if you cannot quote anybody, your input is 100% welcome. So you now in by who an entrepreneur is. Now you need to understand that when we say entrepreneur, an entrepreneur is an individual. All right, note that first. All right, an individual. Okay, this individual is seen as a risk taker. Let's put it as a calculated now underline calculated. All right, entrepreneurs does not gamble. All right, not a gambler. Entrepreneurs does not gamble. An entrepreneur does not gamble in the sense that they take calculated risks. Now, under these calculated risks, imbibe or hidden under it is that this individual will realize or will notice that based on experience or based on request or based on a problem at hand, this individual will take his or her time, all right, noticing an opportunity. Everybody does not notice opportunity. If you are not paying attention, you can never notice opportunity. But anyone that pays attention to details, so we can say an entrepreneur is an individual who pay attention to details in the problems, all right, details to the problems of people and the society, therefore carrying out what we call feasible research. Okay, we call it feasibility studies, or you can also call it feasible, not visible, but FEA, feasible research. Feasibility in the sense that, oh, this problem, if I invest my time, money, resources and energy in it, will I be able to solve it? Will I be able to provide answers? All right, will I be able to provide solutions to this problem? And having provided this solution, how profitable will it be for me? Entrepreneurs are not they are not free givers. All right, entrepreneurs also expect something in return. Okay, entrepreneurs expect something in return. As they invest, they expect to get something back in return. So they are not just dashing out their money. So this feasibility study is what makes the entrepreneur now determine or figure out if this venture or this problem I'm about to solve is worth my time, energy and effort. And that's why we said they take calculated risks. All right, no matter how much information you have on as an entrepreneur, there's still something we call uncertainty. Anything can happen. So for you to even put out your time, energy and effort into venturing into what you believe, all right, will be profitable, it's worth some risk. Not everybody can do this. Some persons they are just okay with that, they are steady, reliable source of monthly income. They don't want to go out of their shell to inconvenience themselves. So talking about an entrepreneur, talking about that individual he is a calculated risk taker. All right, so risk is one of the elements, one of the very important elements that makes up an entrepreneur. Okay, we have definitions from a lot of, all right, defines entrepreneur as, no, that's something else, that's entrepreneurship. No, we're not talking about entrepreneurship. That's just like what Drucker in 1995 said. Drucker says an entrepreneur is someone who shifts economic resources out of areas of lower and into area of higher productivity and greater yield. What are we talking about? This individual realized that there is a need that needs to be attended to. All right, by attending to this need, not just only financial resourcefulness, but also there will be an economic shift. When we say economic shift now, money will come, all right, financial freedom, jobs will also be provided, employment opportunity. About who an entrepreneur is. Okay, when we now say entrepreneurship, that process of realizing or that process of actualizing the intended plan, all right, is called entrepreneurship. Okay, so just like we have management and manager, management now is a system, all right, that is made possible, all right, system that works, system that ensures things are being carried out by who? Managers. So entrepreneurship is also it's a system, or let's not say it's a process, all right, whereby an entrepreneur begin to invest, put in the efforts and time to ensure that his venture materializes or becomes successful. So we have that as that. So for those of us who have not gotten the keynote, let's ensure to reach out to us after this class on our official website, which is www.tutorial.net, and we can just request the keynote from our website by sending us a direct message using the WhatsApp option on the website. You find the WhatsApp option on the top right hand corner, the top right hand corner on our website. From there, you send us a direct message and we'll guide you through how you can get the keynote. So, a lot of things to cover in this revision class. So I'm going to be taking out some points. All right. So we want to talk about. So you want to mention. All right. At least mention at least 2 characteristics of an entrepreneur. All right, so in the comment section, you can list at least 2. Okay, in the comment section, you can list at least 2 characteristics, all right, of an entrepreneur. So who's helping us with that? Oh, wonderful. I'm getting some good responses. Excuse me. So let's take 2 characteristics wonderful, wonderful. I'm getting some. Oh, lovely. Let's well to respond to questions. Let's do well to respond. 2 characteristics. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Getting some nice responses. Okay. Yes, wonderful. Let's keep the answers coming. Just 2 characteristics. Now, we have a whole lot of them, but just to mention about a few, some of the characteristics are the desire for independence, self-confidence, willingness to take risk. You know, I said the other time, one of the ways you can identify, all right, an entrepreneur must be a risk taker. Oh, wonderful. Let's continue. Yes, thank you for that. So let's move forward. I want us to really talk on just this. When we say business, business provides goods or services. Explain. If you come across questions like this, how do you attempt it? Okay, how do you attempt it? What are you expected to do in situations like this? Business provide goods or services. Explain. Simple. What you need to, okay, let me even give us the opportunity to say something. Let me give us like 1 minute. Let me give us the opportunity to say something. We've attended to this one. Okay? Business provide goods or services. Explain. What can you say? Okay? Let's say something about that. Oh, wonderful. Let's respond. Oh, wonderful. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm getting some responses. Now you don't have to say a lot of things. Just say something, all right? When you come across something like this, what comes in mind? Okay. Okay, a couple of us have said something which is actually impressive. Okay, very impressive. Now, a question like this is simply telling you to define what business is all about. Okay? A question like this is simply asking you to talk about what business is all about. And from what we have learned so far, when we talk about business, we are talking about those activities, all right, that involves, all right, the production of goods. Activities that involve the production of goods or services. Now we talk about business. All right, these goods and services that are being produced are definitely goods and services based on demand. You don't just have businesses if there are no needs, if there are no demand. So these goods and services produced, or goods or services produced, are based on demand, all right, to provide solutions to problem, all right, to help, or in return, let's put it this way, goods, all those activities, all right, involved in the production of goods or services to provide solutions to problem, and in turn generates wealth or source of income, employment, and a whole lot more. Like I said, POP, your input is highly welcome. All right, so we have that. So we've been able to talk about that. I'm very impressed by our response. I've been very impressed with our response. So activities that add, right? There are a lot of activities, like we said, when it comes to business. There are a lot of activities. All right, talk about production, managing, organizing, marketing, and the likes. Like I said, we'll not be able to cover all in just one class. And for those of us who have not gotten the keynotes, let's ensure to get the keynotes, highly essential. All right. Okay, so that we can use them to prepare for our exams. There are some characteristics of business. Okay, I want to talk about characteristics of business. What are those things that makes business? So let's mention just two characteristics of business. Just two. All right, let's mention two. Okay, so we have that, just two. Okay, let's mention two characteristics. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Let's respond to questions. Two characteristics. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. You are doing a great job. Oh, wonderful. Yes. This is good. Yes, wonderful. We all have spoken well. Very importantly, exchange. Every business, you must be offering something. All right, in every business you must have something to offer. Okay, very correct. In every business you must have something to offer. Very true. Exchange. All right. Every business is out there to, they have something they want to receive in return. All right. So it could be profit in kind or in cash. But basically, there is a motive, and also they have to be goods or services, and also nobody said anything about risk. There's also risk bearing as well. So we have that as that. And some of the objectives also, we have some objectives. All right. Every business wants to make profit. All right. Every business wants to grow. Everyone wants to survive. And they want to dominate the market. We call that market share. So let's take a step further. Now, I want us to talk about, I want us to talk about very quickly just a moment. I want to talk about planning. Please, as you join the stream, do want to use the comment section. All right. Planning has been defined by various authors. What's your input? Like I said earlier, don't expect direct questions. It will be very, very wrong, unthoughtful of you for you to expect a direct question. Now look at something we have here. Planning has been defined by various authors. Okay? What's your input about the word, the said term? What are you being required of? You are simply required to talk about what it means by planning. Okay? So, does anybody wants to talk about, does anybody there wants to tell us what it means by planning? Okay? Let's say something about what it means by planning. Okay. Oh, I'm getting some nice responses. Wonderful. I'm getting some nice responses. Okay. Oh, wonderful. I love this straightforward definition, but that might not be suffice. It might not be enough for example. You just need to develop it. Okay? I love direct definition, but you need to develop it. At least if you are getting 5 marks for a definition, don't just write 1 or 2 lines. Try and write 4 or 5 lines. All right? Okay, wonderful. I so much love all these definitions. Yes. Awesome. Look at it. This is lovely. Planning involves selecting missions and objectives and deciding on the actions. This is lovely. All right. Another person says planning is the activity by which manager analyze present condition to determine ways. Lovely. A broken down means to success. Yes. A blueprint for goal actualization. Lovely. A roadmap to achieving goals. Okay? Yes. Okay, not bad, not bad. We've all spoken well actually. When we say planning, it's actually very important. It's a very important step towards goal actualization. It's a very important step towards, all right, achieving set down goals, standards, and objectives. All right, planning can be referred to as a written blueprint. All right, it could be written, best, all right, a written document, a written strategy, all right, a written blueprint, a written map, a detailed written map, any way you want to expand it. But the purpose of planning is for you to take one step at a time, right? A written detailed map, a written instruction, plans or goals on how to go about, all right, achieving goals or objectives. This detailed, all right, plan or detailed instruction are broken down into pieces, taking one step at a time towards goal actualization, achieving your goals. So we have that as that. So let's mark that. And there are basic features. Okay, so let's just mention state 3 features of planning. What are the features? What are the features of planning? Just 3 of them. A lot of them, but just 3 of them. I mentioned just 3. Okay, lovely. I'm getting some nice responses. Oh, wonderful. Yes, it's heuristic. Please, if you're on the stream, use the comment section to respond. Don't just be there as you watch. Be responsive. Yes. It must be futuristic. Yes. Wonderful. Awesome. Lovely. Wonderful. Yes, it must be futuristic. It must be flexible. Yes, it must be flexible, very important. So we already know by now, we should understand the purpose from the definition. Okay? It gives direction, it minimizes waste and redundancy. When we say redundancy, like you are spending too much time on what you are supposed to spend less time on. Alright? So with planning, it reduces all of that. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for that. Oh, lovely. Wow, yes. Miss Immaculate has been with us for the past 7 months. Yes, 7 months of membership. Thank you very much for the support. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. So let's continue. Now let's take the next one. Okay, we've been able to identify 3 features. So I want to raise the board now. I want us to go into something a little bit deeper. Okay. All the thing from the network. But we are back now, and our time is fast spent. So let's just try and wrap. Oh, wonderful! Somebody just wonderful. So let's just try and wrap things up very. Let's try and wrap things up very quickly. We are really far behind schedule. So, as I was explaining, when we say marketing management, we are talking about that planning, all right, to do with executing, pricing, the conception. When we say conception now, what the product is all about, how much you want to sell, and how you intend to promote and distribute these goods and services to your targeted audience. Then we'll talk about marketing management. Okay? I don't want to talk about forms of business, but our time is fast spent. We're calling it a wrap here for today. So for those of us who are just joining on, you haven't got to the keynote yet, just ensure to reach out to me after this class at www.tutorio.net. I believe I'll be able to gain something in this revision class. The course itself is very voluminous. So please want to ensure to get the material, the course, key points after this revision class later tonight. Head straight to our official website, www.tutorio.net. Use the WhatsApp button in the top right corner to send us a direct message. I wish you all the best and success in the exams tomorrow. And I'll be waiting to hear your testimonies of how you did great in the exams. Do have a wonderful evening and bye for now.